Hey, and welcome to this edition of Wrestling with the News. Today I'm going to be talking about WWE superstar Paige. If you are just hearing about this, then you will soon discover that she is now serving a 60-day suspension for her second violation of the Wellness Policy. That's right, just this Monday, the news broke out about how WWE's former Divas champ Paige had in fact been suspended for 60 days for violating the company's Wellness Policy, which is immediately concluding her original 30-day suspension for the exact same reason. Now, what exactly does all this mean? Because WWE's wellness policy varies from, drug tests to performance test standards and so on. Well, we're going to talk about that for a minute. So, basically, the wellness policy is this. You have to perform and pass certain series of tests in order for the WWE to actually physically and medically clear you to be ready for in-ring action. The problem with these standards is that it conflicts with any other practices or medicines or treatments outside of the company. And this is all just in tune to the fact that Vince is trying to protect himself. He's had issues in the past with people being out on injury, and he's had to pay him and pay him and pay him. He's had to pay a lot of people who've been out on injury. So I'm assuming that all this now is just protection. So, anyway, back to Paige. Well, Paige had discovered that she would need neck surgery to repair an ongoing problem. And I had recently read that she had several options, all of which included surgery. All of them included surgery. It's not an option. One of the surgeries would be relatively quick. Her timetable for recovery would be brief, and she would have been back probably within a month or two. The problem with that kind of surgery is that it also produces the most riskiest damages if something goes wrong. A good example I can think of is when Jim Cornette fell off the scaffold in the scaffold match in Starrcade 86. He had the option of doing one of several surgeries, and he basically chose the easier one because he wanted to get back to action. The problem with that is that since then, he's had knee problems that they're never going to go away. And I'm assuming that's where Paige is conflicted. But anyway, moving on. The problem with the quicker surgery, the quicker timetable for recovery, is that it produces more dangers if something bad were to happen, and also the worst thing is it doesn't fix the problem at hand. It can actually make it worse, and this is coming from someone whose parents have been in and out of hospitals most of their life. My father had to go in for surgery on his knee several times because the quicker option didn't always work. Now, this is where the second violation is going to start to come into play. Shortly after the news of her violating getting her second wellness violation, a lot of people were thinking, okay, well now there's something going on. She's messing up, and she's screwing her chances. Her father took to social media and had said this. I do apologize. I'm getting messages while this is going on. And this is an exact quote. My daughter has had a long-term neck injury, which, in my opinion, has not been dealt with. I asked my daughter to return to UK for help with this injury, as help and direction in the USA has not been forthcoming, in my opinion. She has been in pain and out of ring action for a fair while now, and has been prescribed painkillers, and this is the key part, has been prescribed painkillers, which is apparently against the wellness program. From that alone, we can conclude three things. Number one, the WWE is not taking care of her properly. They're covering their end more than looking at what's best for her. Number two, their wellness program conflicts with other doctors and other medications. So you better hope you're not in a sensitive situation in which the doctors in the WWE have issues diagnosing you, because it'll conflict with Vince's standards, which could very well mean you being out. And three, and the biggest thing, this pretty much has the making of the CM Punk situation all over again. Yeah, CM Punk. back in 2014, CM Punk left the company due to issues with not only the booking, it was the constant injuries that were nagging him nonstop between elbow surgery, knee surgery, broken ribs, concussions. And if you've listened to Colt Cabana's Art of Wrestling podcast, you will learn that Punk was being given a very non-specific antibiotic by the WWE's chief medical examiner, which did nothing to treat the staph infection that was misdiagnosed during the last 6 months of his career in the WWE. He actually had to go to a doctor. He actually went to his wife's doctor in another state in order to get it diagnosed properly and be given the right medication. And actually said in the podcast that if left untreated for much longer, he very well could have died. So, what's the conclusion? Well, clearly the WWE wanted to keep Punk in action as much as possible because, he's one of their big money makers. I see something with that with Paige, because Paige has the ability to do a good promo. Paige is good in the ring, and I can see that right now they want her in ring as much as possible, because with the current roster right now, with all the new people, now is the greatest time as ever to have Paige kind of work all these new angles with all this new talent. And what I'm seeing right now is Paige kind of realizing, well, I'm really hurt, and I can't even take pills to numb the pain. So this is where the conflict is. So, in summary, Paige has a nasty neck injury that's keeping her out of the ring, and her only temporary relief is coming from pain pills, which are pretty much going to continuously fail her the wellness policy. She clearly needs help that she's not getting here. Now, is this all WWE's fault? This is the big question. Not necessarily. With her current boyfriend being released from the company, Alberto Del Rio, it would appear that Paige might also be planning an exit strategy as well. And for numerous reasons, loyalty to Del Rio, maybe she's looking to avoid any kind of unfair treatment, or maybe she's just a problem child herself, because there has been numerous reports that she's not exactly a princess to work with behind the scenes either. So basically this all boils down to just a huge mess for Paige, which she most likely will be returning to UK to get the proper treatment that both her and her family want. And if it ends up coming down to that, then there's a very good chance that after the 60 days are up, won't be able to comply with the wellness policy for the third time, which automatically leads to termination. So, kind of sad to see where this is going with Paige. We could very well be witnessing her last days with the company, which is really sad. I did enjoy her time from her run in NXT as the women's champion there to her first night on Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania 30. I hope they're able to figure something out with the company and she can stick around. But in all honesty, this looks like this very well be the last that we see of Paige, and unfortunately, not the greatest note to go on. But in all seriousness, I wish her nothing but the best. I hope and pray that she gets the medicine that she needs, the procedures that will not only fix her neck, but keep it strong and healthy as the years to come, and that she can continue doing what she loves. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Not really much to add on that. Kind of hoping for the best on this. Let me know what you think as far as what may be next in store for her. Is she going to stick around? Maybe she's going to get out of the business. Maybe she's going to go with her boyfriend. Let me know what you think. And until then, I'll see you next time.